time once again for the Real People Multi-Game Solitaire Mag Tournament, and I'm going to start open again with another one of these lengthy overviews, and I'd like to know if these are even helpful to you. I'm on video number 8 of this series right now, which is going to make it, I think this series is going to be a contender with Android for the longest so far. I think probably it's going to run longer. But I keep doing these overviews, and I don't know if they're helpful or not. I feel like they maybe are, because there's 8 people, and you know there's a lot to keep track of. So let me know if it's helpful. If not, I can just cut more to playing and have more time to play. So that would be fine with me. Other thing is, there's a poll for who your favorite is up on the Real People Multi-Game Solitaire Mega Tournament Geek List on BoardGameGeek.com. So go ahead and vote. I would love to know who people are pulling for. I mean, they all have one of my heartstrings, so it's hard for me to have a favorite. But let's go through what's going on. So last time, Half Pint and Fries both died, right? And looking at the numbers, Fries has bounced back a little better. He came back with a recipe, and he's already gained a cube. So that's how it looks on whiteboard. But Half Pint, she's in the board situation, she's actually near to a lot of her goals, so she's going to be able to get her nameless recipe done pretty fast. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough, however, to overtake Tice and Scoots, who are both really cruising towards being able to take the nameless out. Scoots already is ready to fight the dragon, and the only thing she has to do to get her nameless recipe done is go home. So she's very close there. Tice board-wise is closer to the nameless, however. I think this next turn she can go home and then head right over to the nameless if she wants to. Whether she's strong enough, no, that remains to be seen. Curly's still in the Underdark. Underdark right now. Oh, and I put Der Verdammte. This is a sort of a amateur phonetics spelling of Verdammte to kind of help me remember to pronounce it closer to the way Germans pronounce it. Der Verdammte is at 10 out of 12 shadow cubes. If it gets to 12 out of 12, the underworld closes down and whoever's down there dies. The 2 people who are down there right now are Weeder and Curly. I don't know if they're going to escape in time or what will happen. That definitely adds some pressure to both of them. Weeder has the most to lose by leaving. What else do we have? Mooney and Red Tomato still kind of chugging at the back. Mooney finally got his nameless recipe, and he's very near to where he can get the ranged anti-dragon recipe. So things could be picking up for him shortly. You know, it depends on whether the people who are closer to victory are successful or not. Whether Mooney's Aqualad has a chance. Red Tomato, his movement is just too slow. It's going to be difficult for him to get anywhere. Let's go to playing. Fries is rushing over to a particularly dangerous tile. It not only has a doppelganger, as you can see, but it has a Servant of the Nameless. So I think he wants to take the Servant of the Nameless on first. See what it is. Ooh, it's a ranged one. That's not Fries' specialty. He's not too shabby, though. He needs a 4 or better. That's better than a 2 or better. And he did not get enough, so he got damaged by that, and he's not going to get to take on the doppelganger either. Quick little news update. So Curly moved back to the sticks tile. He's ready to vacate in case the Antervelt is in danger of collapsing. Half Pint is stymied by her slow movement. It's going to take her a while to get back into the swing of things. She no longer has those winged boots, which were so nice before. Scoots, she moved and used her wizardly power to find secret doors more easily. She moved to the door to Der Antervelt, which is an interesting move. I don't know if that's to keep Curly in or whether she wants to go down there herself. Red Tomato fulfilled a rather nice quest for him. He brought this crystal back to the elves, which gave him this special bow. Gives him +2 to his ranged ability. That brings up to 5. Remember, he can combine 2 abilities, so if he combines that with his magic, that gives him an 8, and he could roll 3 dice. Now, he can't use that against everything. They have to be able to be attacked by both ranged and magic, but that's going to give him an advantage that he desperately needs, I think. Another interesting thing about this bow is it's the only ranged weapon that can be used against one of the incarnations of the Nameless. I don't know if that's the one that is in play, but certain incarnations of the Nameless are only, in particular areas, are only vulnerable to certain weapons. Tice has just gotten the magic stone that she needs in order to take on the Nameless. She's also very close. Does she want to go there yet or not? How close is anyone else to beating the Nameless? I mean, no one else has their stone yet, and no one's anywhere near the vicinity, so is it wise to rush it? But then, it might be good to have it out of the way. I don't know, we'll see what she decides. Another tile turned over, still no Erebus or Tartarus, and this one gives another black shadow cube to Der Verdammte. One more and the underground collapses. And it's time for another special event. It's the Duel of the Mages. So everyone gets to do a magic thing. It's kind of the same as the jousting and the other one, the archery competition. This is Duel of the Mages though. We'll start with Half Pint. And she passes. Wow. She has a 3, which is a low score, but she passes. Again, the people in the underworld don't get to do it. Fries does though. And he is out. The clear favorite to win, Scoots, it's her turn. She has to get an 8 or better. And she easily passes. Now we go to Red Tomato. And I think I let him combine his skills before. I'm going to let him combine his skills again. So he needs to get an 8 or better. And he's in it. Tice has to get a 2 or better. And she, unfortunately, is out. Mooney. He's out. Alright. Half Pint gets another go at it. She has to get a 2 this time. And she's out of it. And now Fries is out of it. Now it's time for Scoots. And Scoots gets the reward, which is 2 blue cubes. That's going to put her almost to the top, almost to the 5x marker. Now it's Red Tomato, 8 or better. And he's breaking the rules, you know that, just so you know. And he gets it. That's gonna give him another much-needed boost. And I think that's everyone. So there we go, the 2 victors, blump blump. Really used his coin to clear out of the underworld. He's going to take a shot at Scoots. I don't know how advisable it is. He gets an 8 minus, what's the minus? So she has 8, 9, 10. So that's a 2 difference. I think that's still -1. So he just has to get a 7 or better. That's actually not too bad. If he wins, he can steal her signet ring. And he does. He gets to steal the signet ring. Yeah. Fries is taking on the Red Knight. If he beats the Red Knight, he has to get 2 victories in order to beat the Red Knight, because the Red Knight has 2 hearts. If he beats the Red Knight, he gets the Red Knight's shield, which is pretty useful. So he's got to get 2 6s in a row, 6 or less, on 3 dice. And he's already failed to the Red Knight. Fries has not been too impressive in his crusade. I think he got a little emboldened by some early successes, and now he's just getting creamed. Scoots it's time for her counterattack. I think 11 or better will do it. And she got an 11. And so she gets her signet ring back. Actually, I think she's going to take some power from him, some life from him. Red Tomato planted this counter here. Let's see what it is, because he planted it for himself. It's an orc. He's going to take on the orc. He can do it with, he gets an 8 with 3 dice. Yeah. I think he still gets the negative. I don't know. We'll say it's a 7 with 3 dice. I'll have to look that up, though. He gets it either way. And he's showing some marked improvement. Things are going better for him. We had another counter plant. Tice planted this one over here. And we'll see if she is just as successful as Red Tomato. Hers is the wolves again. 7 or better on 3 dice. And she has beaten the wolves. And she gets a red cube. Weeder enjoys danger. She doesn't like dirt. I think oftentimes when people strongly don't like something, though, when they are forced to be subjected to it, they kind of go the other way. Possibly. And I think that could be the case for her. She's been in the underground, this dirty, smelly orc for so long. I think she's become part of it. I think if I were in her shoes right now, I might eventually explore, but I think I would bide my time and maybe build myself up a little bit. Because if she manages to get the shadow level of Der Verdammte down, that's going to open up the underworld again to more competition. But she enjoys danger, so we're going to see. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, the contents of this tile could decide whether the whole underworld implodes or not. Actually, not so much this tile, but that one. This tile could be the salvation. That tile could be the end, the little tiny one. So it's another, that's kind of anticlimactic. She can't even get to this tile right now. When you explore, when you turn over a tile, if you can't move into it, you just don't get to move. So there's something there, and that could prove the end. That's actually not bad for her that this is the case, because if the path had led to there, she would have had to go and turn this over. She wants to turn these tiles over, but not these counters, because she needs to find the right one of these in order to get rid of Der Verdammte. And you know what? I don't think she's going to even fight this thing right now, because she would have to get rid of something else. She's full. Tice left a present right here for Half Pint. Let's see what it is. It is a giant. That is going to be a tough fight. See, -1 to blue or -2 to red. She'd probably like to face it with red, but that would be, yeah, so she's going to try and evade it. She's going to use her evasion ability. 1 to 3, she gets away. Otherwise, she has to fight the giant. And she gets a 3, so she got away. That's nice for her. Curly's kind of hemmed in here. He can't run away from Scoots. Scoots has a higher movement rate, and the next step he takes, there's a monster here. I forget who put that there. I want to say Red Tomato did, but I can't remember for sure. Someone put that there. It wasn't these two. So it's something that's going to be in their way. It might have been Mooney. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So he has to decide what to do. Oh, and these things should have been left in the underworld. Forgive me. I got to put them back. I guess he's going to duel with her some more. Things are looking bad, though. I think he's going to try and take her magic broom. So he's going to duel. He needs to get 7 or better. Oh, that's the fries killer. That's not good for him. So she's going to take another stone from him. Fries is heading up this way to see what this counter is. And it's a skeleton. Maybe he'll be able to take the skeleton. That would be nice, because that would bring him to the 4x range. 6 or better. And Fries has easily defeated the skeleton. That's nice for him to have a little success after his series of losses against the Servant of the Nameless, and then the Red Knight. You know, I don't know if he was supposed to have to fight both of those guys, but it just seemed a little excessive. So, so he beat the skeleton, he gets a red cube. He's in the 4x territory. Scoots is having another go at Curly. 11 or better is her number. She got an 8. That's going to put him in the position that if he does anything to her, he is going to risk his last gem. She's really put him in a tough place here. Red Tomato just called a large market. He's in the main town, the main capital there, and so the market's twice as big. If you take a look at all the great things he has for sale, all the things he has to choose from, you'd think he might want to take that horse, but the horse costs 4 coins. Red Tomato only has 2, and so he's going to offer this up for sale, and he's going to offer it up to Mooney's Aqualad, who is going to take it. He's going to give 1 coin to Red Tomato, 1 coin to the bank. That gives Mooney's Aqualad some nice armor. It also slows him down, though. His movement rate is now 4, which is still pretty fast. Not a bad thing for him to take. Okay, he still wants to keep selling, though. He's going to offer this shield up for sale. Mooney's Aqualad doesn't really want to buy anything else. He's full. So he's going to offer this armor up to he'll offer it to Fries, and Fries will take it. He's going to pay 2 coins for that, and that gives him 1 of these. Then he's going to also offer Fries. Oh, whoops, he gets 1 of those coins. Does he want to keep selling to Fries or not? I think he's going to, yeah, he's going to sell this to Fries, and Fries is definitely going to pay for that. He gets another coin. And Fries is now up to 7 there. And then he's going to use that coin he got from Fries, and he is going to buy the shield for himself. And that's going to bring him up 1 more. Tice is right at the cusp of the Tower of the Nameless. She decides she's going to go down here first, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take on this Servant of the Nameless. It's sort of a warmer. She's going to face it with her ranged ability. That means a 5 or better on 3 dice. And she's lost to that. She might want to rethink battling the Nameless. Oh, and she's very hurt. You know, she should probably go home and get some rest.
Leader couldn't explore there, so she went up here. She's heading towards Elysian to fulfill a task. But then once she's up there, she'll be able to explore some more because she'll have some empty spaces.
Curly is going to make a run for it. We'll see what, I forget who had in store for him. It's the spider. Actually, that's not so bad for him to tangle with, because if he loses to the spider, yeah, he just gets those things. Alright, he actually wouldn't be bad for him if he did get... So he beat the spider. He gets a red and a blue cube. That's actually not so bad for him. That's going to bump him up to the 4X range, and he might be able to defend himself better in the next duel. Newly equipped Fries charges back at the Red Knight. He's much stronger now since last time that he faced him. He has this new sword, he has this excellent suit of armor, and he is more experienced. So he gets to roll 4 dice, and he just needs to get 7 or better twice in order to beat him. That's once. And twice. Fries has beaten the Red Knight, so he gets this special shield. Scoots is chasing Curly down. She is going to roll, see if she beats him in the duel. 10 or better now. And she got it. Now she has a decision to make. Does she take him out and lose the signet ring? Because he can take it with him back home if he were to die. Or is she going to take the signet ring back? I think she will take the signet ring back. I think she's clever enough to think of that. Red Tomato has gone to the cart maker, spent the money he gained off the market, and he now has a cart. That is going to aid him tremendously. The cart has a 6 movement rate, can't be used in certain areas. I think mountain passes, I'll have to look at what else, but it's definitely worth using. Half Pint called to market. She's going on a shopping spree. She's buying all 3 of these things. A potion, a magic staff that improves her magic, and the Pegasus. She got the Pegasus back. She is not buying the rope, however, and she's not offering it to sale for anyone else. What the rope does is it lets people take a back door into the dragon's house, allowing them to bypass the Dragon Man. She doesn't want them that to happen. So, quick note about the Pegasus, actually. The Pegasus, technically by the rules I'm using, should have been dropped right here in sticks. I determined, because of the nature of the underworld and the nature of the Pegasus as a living creature that is somewhat magical, I think the Pegasus would not want to stay there, and that it flew away immediately after leaving Fries' company. That was the choice I made. I'm sticking to it. Curly's running away from Scoots up the hidden path. We'll see what he gets. And he actually managed to use the path, so he's there now. He doesn't really have a lot he can do. He's going to pick up these tasks just to have something and hope that the delay will annoy her enough that she'll leave him alone. He's used this tactic a lot, I think. Run away and just hope that they'll leave him alone, but it hasn't really been. Well, it's helped some. And my son is coming. He's calling my name right now, so that's going to be it for today. We're ending on Scoot's turn. We don't normally do that, but that's what we're going to have to do. Here's one last look at the board. You can see where everyone's at. And then we have Weeder alone in the underworld, which still might crumble at any time.